Welcome back to Keep It or Toss It. Today, I'm going to be talking about Captain Tsubasa. What's the fucking subtitle? Captain Tsubasa, Rise of New Champions. Now, this is one of those games that I believe I got for Christmas. I believe someone gave it to me for Christmas. So it's not something I actively went out, it's just someone gave this to me. So I don't know much about this anime franchise. I didn't even know it was a thing until this game was announced. I was like, oh, that's cool. An anime game that isn't a fighting game. Holy shit, they can do that? That's what I was thinking. So yeah, I had some interest in it just because it's an anime licensed game that isn't a fighting game. Because God knows we have enough of those. I did do some research so I can learn a bit about this franchise. And yeah, it is just an anime about this middle school guy, apparently, who is just really, really good at soccer. And soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. I'm a filthy American, so I'm going to call it soccer. I also just realized, looking at the back of the box here, it's all in Spanish. There's only very little English text. I think that's actually kind of funny. But anyway, yeah, the game itself, the performance is really fucking bad. I have the Nintendo Switch version, and God, the loading screens are really, really long, and it kind of kicks me out of the experience. And just navigating menus also feels very choppy. I don't know what's going on here. The game itself, otherwise, it's just soccer. It's just soccer, but with an anime flavor. I don't know how the normal branded soccer games play, so I can't really compare them to this because I don't play them. But I'd imagine it's somewhat similar. You got a pass button, you got a kick button, and then there's a special super move you can do when you're shooting for a goal. And there's also like a passive ability you can activate that I guess is different for each team. Yeah, and it's the goal. It's just soccer. Otherwise, it's just soccer. There's not really much to comment about. You just play soccer. The game does have apparently an online presence. One of the big first options on the menu is an online game, which I didn't even realize that's what I was clicking on, because I don't really know what's going on. When a game has very choppy menus and very long loading screens, I kind of zone out and start just clicking on shit, and somehow found my way into the online mode just to find out nobody's fucking playing the game. Which, am I surprised? No. But there is a story mode. I don't know how the story mode compares to the actual anime. From what I'm understanding, it is retelling the anime at some point. I don't know if it's at the beginning of the anime or if it's a certain arc, or I don't know. I just know that it's retelling something from the anime. Is it a good retelling? I'm going to assume not, because there is a lot of, oh, and then this happened. Oh, and this happened. And then you play the game. It's kind of like that. Because one of the first story points is that you go into the tournament, I guess, but they skip literally the entire tournament until the finals, in which you actually play the finals. That's what I'm talking about. It's just there's a lot of glossing over stuff, which I'm sure the anime goes into depth what happens during that. I'm hoping so. It is an old anime. Pacing back then wasn't a thing. And it wasn't until I played that particular game of the finals of that particular episode that the game kind of kicked in my head. I was like, oh my god, wait, I kind of understand it, because I was getting my ass kicked. The first couple of games were like tutorial stuff and the AI really wasn't trying. But then this game, the AI actually tried to kick my ass, and I locked in. I locked in and I won. Surprisingly, did not see that coming. First time anyway. And I got it. I understand the game, and I think, honestly, I kind of like it. And I wasn't expecting that. When it comes to sports, I'm not really a sports guy, you know? I'm kind of a fucking nerd. So I never really got into sports. I think the only sport I had any sort of interest in was basketball. Maybe a little bit of baseball, but that's because of the Mario game on Wii. But soccer, never really my thing. So I'm really surprised that I actually like this, to the point that I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it, not only because I enjoyed the game, but also because I think we need more anime games that are more unique and not just anime arena fighter. I think there's so much more potential for animes to be adapted into video games, and they, just be something unique. Like, for example, don't get me wrong, the new Hunter x Hunter game that's coming out, Nen Impact, awesome. I cannot wait for that. I'm super hyped for that. But above all else, I would have loved a Hunter x Hunter action adventure RPG game or something. Like something where you can actually just like play through Hunter x Hunter like in its entirety. It could be an action game. I first and foremost mainly just wanted to be an adventure game. The main gameplay could be fighting, I don't care. It could be a turn-based RPG, it could be an action RPG, I don't care. I just want to be able to experience the story of Hunter x Hunter through a game, because I think it's perfect for that. There is a game on PSP, but we didn't get that, so that doesn't count. So yeah, just the fact that Captain Tsubasa exists in the format that it does, I think is pretty neat, and we need to support more games like this, like the Death Note Among Us game. So yeah, it's a keep. End of story.